connected.
Hey everybody, welcome to Woodzman Adventures. I'm Frank. Today I'm going to do an install and review of the Honda CRF250L rack and RotoPax. This will be for the 2012 through 2020 Honda CRF250L, so it should fit any CRF250L except for I don't know anything about the new one, the 2021 that's coming out, whether it's going to be a 300 or the 250. This is the CRFs only kit, the kit from CRFs only. This is the best way to get it if you're going to do it because it's the perfect rack for it, and the RotoPax and the RotoPax. This is the deluxe mount kit. You can get two different styles. You can get the deluxe, or you can get the standard that just twist on. This is the deluxe kit. So, as you know, I already had a rack on this bike. I went ahead and removed it for this video. I don't need it anymore because I'm going to use this rack that's made to bolt the RotoPax on. And so the first thing we got to do is take this rack, bolt our RotoPax mount on here, and then we'll go ahead and mount the rack on the bike. But CRFs only sells this whole kit. You buy this kit and that's all you need. One thing is on my old bike I put a IMS tank on it. And on this one, because of the hassle of putting on the tank, going through all that, spending all that money, I decided to just go ahead and do the rack and put the 1 gallon tank on there. It gives you an extra gallon, which is, you know, about 70 miles on a CRF250L, so gives you that much further range if you're out somewhere and you do run out. You got an extra gallon of gas. This is the 1 gallon can. You can actually get bigger cans, but the 1 gallon is plenty for the CRF250L. Should look good on here, and hopefully I can still use my Nelson rig tail bag on top of this. So let's go ahead and get this installed, see what it looks like. Okay, so this RotoPax Deluxe kit does come with an extra mount. This is a mount where you can mount it with the 4 carriage bolts to mount this plate down, and then you can actually mount your RotoPax mount to that. We're not actually going to use this on the bike because we have the mounting holes. It's perfect, already made for it. You can mount this either vertical or horizontal, depending on the application or how you want to mount the tank onto the unit. I'm going to go ahead and mount it this way. I think that's going to be best for the setup that I have and for the tank. So we're going to go ahead and take these 2 1/2-inch head bolts, 3/8 bolts out of here. Now if you're riding this in a lot of off-road rough stuff, you might want to put some Loctite on here. I'm not going to put none on there for now for demonstration purposes, but you could put Loctite on there to make sure that these bolts do not come out and they stay secure. And then all you're going to need for this is a 1/2-inch wrench to tighten them down. Make sure they're good and tight. So the first thing you want to do is, before you put the tank on, is go ahead and crank this up so it'll fit the thickness of the tank, and turn your tank to where you want it. Set it on there. I want the gas cap in case it actually ever did leak. It's not supposed to ever leak, but I want it toward the rear, not toward me. And then turn it to where this has dimples in it. You want to turn it to where the dimples are lined up here. And then we'll spin this locking nut, wing nut basically, to crank it down. And then you just crank this down until it's real good and tight, snug. It's not ever going to go anywhere. So makes it real solid. Now we can go ahead and take this back off, stick the rack on the bike. Okay, go ahead and loosen the wing here to take this off. Just a few clicks so you can turn this thing like so, pull it off, and then we can go ahead and mount this on the bike. Okay, this is the bolt kit and spacers that come with the CRFs only rack. These are stainless steel. They have some stainless steel washers. Then you have a couple spacers for the rear portion here. As you'll notice, mine's a little different than most of them you've seen. This is the TSD taillights, and I made them to where they bolt on to the same place as the rack to keep them nice and out of the way. So we'll have to put these in there as we put the rack on. Okay, the easiest way to put the rack on is you already have your seat unbolted. If you raise your seat up a little bit, slide this in and under. You want to make sure that these little collars are still in here on both sides, and slide your rack in. That will hold it in place while you go ahead and put these on. Okay, the front bolts are real easy. You take the long stainless bolt, and you also have a flat stainless washer that you want to put on there. So just go ahead and put the front ones in, but do not tighten at this time. Okay, now on the rear mounting of it, you want to take your stainless washer on your stainless bolt. This is a nylon spacer that will go actually behind this bracket right here. So basically, you're going to be just like this, putting your bolt in. Now mine, I'll have to put the spacer over this. Hopefully it'll fit. If not, these will just flex out enough, I believe, to go over this because my mount is actually pretty thin. So we're going to slide this down over it. Get my bolt through the nylon spacer so it will stay there. Like I say, most of you people will not have these lights mounted in the fashion that I do. I just wanted them real nice and tucked away on the bike. A clean install for the TST signals, and they do look good like that. So that actually worked. See if there's room for the one on the other side. Perfect. It actually fit. It was a little snug, but it actually, I could just pry this part out on the other side with my hand enough. I could just fit that right in there. So it's going to work great. So now we just need to go ahead and tighten these up. This is a number 6 metric Allen wrench. And tighten the front. All right, now we should be able to set our RotoPax on there. Do the same thing. Turn it and latch it into place. Snug it down. You don't want it too many clicks. If you tighten this too tight, it makes this extremely hard to turn to get off. So you just want it where it tightens down a few clicks. So you'll feel it in those dimples when it tightens down. And super easy to use. So this is the best setup in my opinion for a locking mechanism. Very cool, easy to take off. So it's not taking much room. One bad part about this is when you do take this off, you do have this sticking up on your bike. It'd be nice to have some kind of a quick release thing for this to take this off. You could reach up under there still with a 1/2-inch wrench and unbolt it, but some kind of a quick release would be nice instead of having to do that. So the RotoPax can is really cool. It's supposed to be totally leak proof, and it is made in the USA. Extremely heavy plastic. It's not just like a normal cheap little gas can that you would buy. This is a heavy duty can made to take the abuse and made to be on your bike shaking around without spilling the gas. So the can is super easy to use. Just push this tab down, spin the cap off, pull out your filler, pull the cap off the end of that, and you put this on here, put your cap back on, run it down until it's locked in place, and you're good to go. So also on the RotoPax, what you do have is you have a locked position, which means with it in locked position, there's no gas going to pour out. And when you want to, after you go ahead and stick it into your bike, then you'll turn it to the unlock position. Your fuel will come out. And then when you're done, turn it back to that position. It's locked and you're ready to take this off, put it back in the can. So we'll go ahead and take this off, put it back together. I actually don't have any fuel right now to put in it. Make sure to put your red cap back on here, and then crank your lid down so it's nice and tight. And we can lock it back on our RotoPax lock. Like so. Nice clean look. Alright guys, so there is the RotoPax and rack from CRFs only. This is a kit that you can get. You can actually buy just the rack, or you can buy just the RotoPax. You can also buy it, of course, as a kit. And you got different mounting options. You got, I believe he has 2 or 3 of these different style RotoPax mounts. So you can choose any combination you want, depending on your liking. I will post a link to CRFs only below where you can check these out. CRFs only has everything that I have on this bike. A super good place to order parts. This is where I've got my handlebars, my Zeta hand guards, my Pro Taper bars. everything pretty much I got on here is CRFs only. So I'll post a link below. You can check them out. Thank you all for watching. Click the thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. Catch you all on the next one. Right on.